Hi, welcome to I Am the Light. My name is Tasha and I'll be doing a reading for the collective. Hi, collective. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back, baby. How y'all doing? So I felt like somebody was calling. Just call my name and I'll come running. I felt like somebody was looking for me this morning. It's somebody in the collective that has been wondering, where the hell is Tasha? I felt it. I was in the middle of my own reading and I was like, Spirit, is somebody looking for me? Yeah. I said, they wondering where the reading at? Yeah. I said, should I stop my reading and do theirs? Yeah. So y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome. I felt it. I felt like one of y'all was looking for me. It might be a couple of y'all, but definitely somebody out here in the collective was like, where the hell is Tasha? And I felt it so strong. And then right as I hadn't hit the record button, but the camera was on, a big old white orb goes past me on my right side. And I was like, Spirit, was that? Yeah, that was us. So let me tell you where I've been. And I didn't jump in and I didn't say anything in the community tab. But listen. I post every day. I was going to jump on here eventually. But why have I been MIA? So let's talk about it real quick before we jump into prayer. I have been MIA, y'all, because I told y'all. Okay, listen. How can I put this? Have y'all ever heard of, some of y'all have and some of y'all might not have, the Mandela effect? Right? And if you know anything about CERN, you know that they do that Hadron Collider, right? And supposedly when they turn it on, it makes us shift dimensions, right? Okay, just follow what I'm saying. So when you shift dimensions, like Jiffy peanut butter suddenly became Jif, J-I-F. If you look at double stuffed Oreos, instead of it being two F's, it's now one F. If you look at Febreze, instead of it being spelled with two E's in the middle, it's spelled with now one E. So these are little signs that let you know that you are in a Mandela effect. Now, what's crazy about shifting consciousness is it kind of has the same effect. Everything around you will seem the same, just like when they turn on the Hadron Collider, we don't really notice any differences. It might be slight differences, and sometimes some of y'all can tell, some of y'all can't. There was one video, and y'all can look it up, where one guy was walking into a room, and the book said Berenstain Bears, and then he walked out and it said Berenstain Bears, or something like that. It's a video, and that was a Mandela effect. And this was him just switching between the two rooms, and the wording on the book was changing. And he recorded it on his phone. Y'all can look it up. It is a YouTube video or TikTok or something like that. Now, when it comes to shifting consciousness, there is the 3D consciousness and then there's the 5D consciousness. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard of somebody, Dolores Cannon or Bashir. Bashir is, he is a man who kind of gets mounted with like a galactic being. Okay. And this galactic being will answer questions. So what happens is when you do this consciousness jump, imagine if we had train tracks, right? And we got a lot of trains all going in the same direction. So let's say one of them is a 3D consciousness train. Well, when you jump dimensions or consciousness, I should say, the stuff, it still kind of looks the same. If y'all remember the movie Doctor Strange, one of the Doctor Strange movies talked about him jumping dimensions. Imagine that. Or if you watch the movie Everywhere All at Once, this is almost something similar. Okay, so everything still feels the same, but when you're in a 5D consciousness, it feels very weird because it's like you're having a personal Mandela effect. Everything around me looks the same, but it's not the same. And so like when I listened to readings, it felt like it didn't resonate. And then I'm like asking Spirit all of these questions, like what is going on? Like nothing is resonating. Nothing feels the same. I feel different, but nothing around me feels the same. It looks the same, but it's not the same. Same thing. Just like when y'all notice other Mandela effects. So people who are on a 5D consciousness, these are people who, like, when they talk about the new earth was not a physical place. It was a level of consciousness that caused these people, like, let's say, remember the trains I just talked about? So let's say instead of being on train A, you jump to train D. You see what I'm saying? And all of these trains are different dimensions, very similar, but very different. Train D, let's just say, is the 5th dimension. Okay, so on train D, things are different. That would be like your new earth. People are going to think different. People might be nicer. These are the people who are going to be more conscious. These are people who can manifest faster. These are people who are going to do stuff differently because the way that their mind works. You can get there. How do you get to the 5th dimension? Well, sometimes people can get there because they're just sweet. God said, you're a sweetheart, you're very kind, so I'm gonna integrate you there. A lot of times it's spiritual. A lot of us had to pass spiritual tests. Right before I got here, I had endured a lot of spiritual warfare, and I did not retaliate at all during my spiritual warfare. I did not wish these people death, even though they was wishing death on me, and so forth and so forth and so forth. I might have to do this. I might do 2 videos. I might make this one a Tasha Talks real quick and then jump into the reading. Or no, I'm going to just leave it as it is. So that's the difference. So it's like when you're in a 5D consciousness, you just move different. The way you think is different. The way you manifest is different. The people who I would consider were my enemies per se, in this particular dimension, I have asked Spirit, and every single time I ask, I get the same answer. They do not remember me. My person does not remember me being their person. It's almost like I remember them. They don't remember me. They don't even remember meeting me. Now, I know to some people, they'll be like, what? I know it sounds strange. Just go with me. I'm just telling you what Spirit told me. They don't. Here, I don't have any sense of dread. I don't feel like I'm doing anything weird. I don't have nobody doing no spell work, because I can tell when people who are spiritual, we know when people doing spell work. You can feel it almost immediately. So what have I been doing the last couple weeks when I was sick? I slept a lot. When I was doing all that damn, remember I said I had slept all day? That's when the jump happened, but I did not notice it until like a day or 2 later. Was like, what the hell is going on? Like, and I kept telling my kids, I feel like something is off. So I'm asking Spirit, what's going on? I'm having all these questions. I have felt very out of place. I feel like I'm somewhere where things look the same, but they're not the same. Conversations are not the same. The way people are reacting is not the same. The way the channel is going is not the same. A lot of y'all I don't relate 100% to the people in the 5th dimension because I just got here. But I don't relate to the people in the 3rd dimension as much either, because I can tell by my views. And then Spirit said, well, we're going to change how you're doing stuff. And so I have had so many questions about what the heck is going on. And so when y'all have not seen me, I have just been with Spirit a lot because they're all I know. Spirit doesn't change regardless of what dimension you're in. So I'm like, because that was one of my questions too. Well, is God still the same? Because if God changes, I'm about to fall out my chair. Yes, God is still the same. God is still the same. So I have been trying to do my own, like, I had stopped reading myself per se. I used to read myself every Sunday when I was learning how to read. I don't do that as much now, but since I have been here, everything is different. And I don't want to say, like today when I was doing my reading, Spirit said, you're not lost, Tasha. You're just finding a new way of being. So I'm trying to integrate new energies and adapt to this new way of thinking, though everybody around me still thinks the way they used to think. But I think differently. I am what's different. Everybody else is still the same. Consciousness just has to do with, like, normally when you're in the 5D, you find your soul tribe. These are people who think like you, they speak like you, they're as kind as you. It's like a soul family. So I'm going to be finding these people once I get this done. But you got to remember, I've been in my old way for my whole life. I just got here. So this has been a big shift for me. And it has been very weird, because it's almost like if I had my own personal CERN and I was the one who, and now I'm somewhere different, but it looks the same, but I'm picking up that there are some things that are just not the same. Okay. And so I asked Spirit, like, well, why was I put here? It was one, because we wanted to call you to peace. Now, if you don't know nothing about being called to peace, I'm going to have to explain that on a different video. But I might do the reading on it. I might just do a quick Tasha Talks instead of adding the reading to this video, because I know how some of y'all are. Y'all don't like when I talk before reading. So, so anyway, what happened was, it's like I'm having my own personal jumping of dimensions. Everything looks the same, seems the same, but it's not the same. Now, I've noticed that when I have done the readings, it's like two of y'all. And y'all know who you are. Y'all have been the two that have been commenting the last couple of readings. I have asked about you all, because it seems like y'all really be understanding what the hell I be talking about. And Spirit has told me that y'all are definitely on the wavelength that I am on. So y'all might be 5 deers. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I didn't ask that, but they told me that y'all are on a 5th dimensional level of consciousness. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, these two, they know who they are. Okay. So it's like you see the world through a different set of eyes. It's taken me, some adjustment, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew about the new earth. I knew about 5D consciousness. I knew about time jumping. I know about quantum physics. I know about quantum leaping into other dimensions. I told you I have radical prayers. Okay. That when I pray for things, it does not mean that I'm praying for things in just this. I might ask for things in multiple dimensions. I might ask for access in multiple dimensions. I don't have a linear way of thinking of it has to be straight lined. I will jump wherever I felt necessary. Now, I did not put myself here. Spirit put me here because of my kindness and because of my spiritual growth. So I said, okay. And so it's taken me a minute because nobody ever relates to what I'm talking about. So I'm sharing this a little bit with you all. My nose is itching. It's itching so bad. I really want to like dig, like scratch it so bad. I'm trying not to, because I just did my makeup. Now my hands is itching. So I don't know if any of you all know what I'm talking about, but a lot of times I don't talk to people about what's happening with me because nobody really gets it. They never understand. And so that can be a very lonely experience. A lot of the things that I have gone through spiritually, nobody gets it but Spirit. I have just learned to adapt to not talking about it. But if you want to know where I have been, I have been with them because they're the only thing that feels familiar. And I've had a lot of questions, and it's hard to explain to my family because they're looking at me like, so are we in the 5th dimension with you? It's like, it's so crazy because everything is the same. It has to do with your way of thinking, but it also can affect how you manifest and how you see the world. Like the people in the 5th dimension are more peaceful. They're not going to be, they tend to be more accepting of all creeds, religions, and races. Like we don't really push our way onto anybody. It's just a different way of seeing. And then too, like we don't feel like there's one way of being. You can jump to any of them. Whereas normally people in 3D, it's like it has to be just like this. You can't go outside of this box. But when you're in a 5th dimensional, you can be whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can jump. I want to go be a singer. There might be a dimension where I'm a singer and I can go be there if that's what I so choose to do. Does that make sense? I don't know if y'all get it. So I don't, like I said, most of the time I don't like to talk about it because most of y'all don't get it. But if you have been wondering where I have been, that's where I have been all day. Okay? Now I'm going to pause the video or stop the video, and then I'm going to start the second video, which is the actual reading. But if you do understand where I'm coming from, I'm going to ask, because y'all, I have been so lost. This is new. This is new to me. And while it has its benefits, it is weird. It is weird. Like I said, it's like a personal Mandela effect. So if you get where I'm coming from and you have already integrated into the 5D and you have been here for a while and you see this video, please leave me a comment. Help me. Because it's like on one hand, I can see the benefits, but on the other hand, I have been struggling along, and Spirit has been trying to get me to integrate to the new energy. And so that's where I have been. In my head, I've been piddling around here in my pajamas all day. I just got cleaned up, did my makeup, got dressed. I'm gonna run to the store and grab some food and stuff later. But I have just been piddling around. But when I piddled around, it's like the things that used to motivate me are no longer motivating me. The way that I used to, like, I've been sleeping harder. I'm a very light sleeper. Anybody who knows me knows I hear everything. I have slept through my alarm. I have become a very heavy sleeper. I will sleep through the alarm for almost an hour. Like, that never happens. It's like weird stuff that's just not me. I'm normally very motivated, very scheduled, very focused. I have felt not the same. Like, my motivation is not the same. I have not moved the same. The stuff that used to move me doesn't move me. And it's just been like, okay, well, I need to choose what I want, because I'm at a place now where I can manifest. What do you want? And it sounded simple, but then it's like, no. But because of who I am spiritually to God, God almost still, despite me being able to choose what I want, God had set me aside and was like, you mine. You mine. And there's certain things I want you to do because you mine. So it's like one-on-one with me in spirit and the Most High. So even though it's like I can have what I want to some degree and be a co-creator with spirit, it's like still God is setting me apart for a special thing. So it's like I'm coming into realization of what that is about, and then coming into realization about the new way of looking at the world. And then it's like I thought things were going to happen faster, and then because I was on a and things were starting to move a little bit faster for me. And then it was like, now I'm at a standstill. And then they're talking about things are going to go down. And then things are going to go back up. And then it's like, what the heck is going on? So it's like, I have just been having a hard time. So that's all that has been going on. So if you wanted to know where I have been, that's where I have been. So I'm going to just call this a Tasha Talks number 2. And I'm going to go ahead and go into the tarot. I'm going to stop the video and start anew for just the tarot portion. Okay. All right, y'all. So thank you so much. If you've gotten this far on I Am the Light, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. And again, y'all, please leave me a comment if you understand where I'm coming from. Even if you're in the 3D, if you've heard of these things, cool. If you have gotten to your level of consciousness, because like, I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know I had gotten here. I didn't know that I was being chosen to come to this level of consciousness. I knew about it. I talk to God about multidimensional things all the time. I did not know that I was going to be, you know what I'm saying? If you follow Dolores Cannon, there was 3 sets of volunteers. I knew that I volunteered. Now, I didn't know that I was volunteering to be a part of the New Earth type thing, the level of consciousness. But if you follow Dolores Cannon, she talks about the New Earth. You can Google her. She has passed away. But all her works are still on YouTube, and you can follow her and hear what she has to say, and then it will tell you things. So even if you're in the 3D, you might still understand where I'm coming from, because even when I was in the 3D, I knew all about these things. Now, how I got here, I just woke up one day and I thought that it was strange, because Spirit normally never tells me to call off from work. There have been times I have wanted to call them. They'd be like, girl, go to work. But I was sick I called off and I slept like I had never slept before. Like you would have thought that I had no rest. Like I slept for almost like 2 to 3 days straight. Now don't get me wrong, I would jump on here and give readings, but the moment I was off, I was right back asleep. You see what I'm saying? I slept when I first got sick. And remember when I first had lost my voice? And it's still not 100% because let me lay down till I wake up. I'm in a coughing fit. My nasal passages are draining. It's just been a mess. Just a mess. But you may have heard of what I'm saying. Now, I don't know how to get here. Don't ask me. I don't know. Spirit put me here. Now, some people, it's like you just wake up one day, I guess, and you just here. I don't know how it all works on how to get there. I know that there are things that you can do to keep raising the level of consciousness. But to raise your level of consciousness, but you also cannot succumb to the way that the world is trying to make you see things, like that 3D matrix. Like they don't want people to think on a higher level. They do stuff to try to keep us dumbed down. And I don't really give them a lot of room to influence me. For instance, like the only way you gonna get me, because like I don't watch a lot of commercials because I just go ahead and pay to not see them. Lately I have been scrolling, and y'all know I'm not a scroller normally, but I have been doing that out of boredom because I can't watch readings. None of the readings resonates. They don't want me listening to readings. It's like I have a whole new way of being. So it's like I've been just trying to figure out. I listen to music for a little bit. I've never been a big TV watcher. Well, in my younger day, I was a TV watcher. But as when I started the post office 10 years ago, I didn't have time to watch TV. So I've learned to not watch TV. The only time I watch TV or a movie is if I'm with somebody. If I'm with a family member or when I was in a relationship, they like TV, then I'll sit down and watch something with them. I don't really watch TV movies by myself. I don't have I get very anxious and I will get up and find something else to do. I don't really watch TV. To me, I know this is going to sound, I have done it in relationships so much that I kind of associate watching movies with relationship, whether it's my kids or when I was with my man. Then I sit down and watch a movie. But if I'm by myself, I normally won't. And the worst thing for me is watching something funny, because I can't stand watching a funny movie and don't have nobody to share it with. I be feeling like this is too funny for me to be laughing by myself. So I need somebody here to laugh with me. I know it makes no sense. So I'm not very big on TV. So I'm not being influenced that way. I don't see a lot of commercials because I pay not to see them. Even on YouTube, I don't watch the commercials. I went ahead and paid for the premium. I don't hear a lot of commercials. I controlled a lot of my 3D world when I was in the 3D world. And even now, I control certain things. Like I don't move like a normal person. Never have. So I'm so introverted, but extroverted. I'm extroverted because I'm not shy. I have no problem being in front of a camera, talking to people, being very lively. It's like I cut on. The moment the camera goes off, I'm very quiet. I'm very to myself. It's just me and spirit, and I do my thing. Sometimes I read books. You know what I'm saying? Lately, I've been doing a lot more reading of myself, asking spirit questions. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, being a private, sometimes I can predict things that are going to happen. Like today, I've been doing predictions. Look, and there it is. Just as I'm talking. What's up, Big Hero C? I see you. I thought about you too today. I did. So I have definitely been, he came up right while I was recording this. So if y'all get where I'm coming from, because you've heard of the fifth dimension, you've heard of jumping timelines, you've heard of quantum leaping. Now my ear is buzzing, my left ear. I seen the orb, now my ear is buzzing. So that might be Spirit's way of saying, girl, come on, let's get this reading. So anyway, I'm gonna stop right here. But if you've heard of these things, leave me a comment, because your girl be on a whole nother wavelength, and I be wondering, is any of y'all with me here? Is anybody here? Because I be up here with some of the ideas and the things that I be on. And sometimes a lot of people be down here and they be like, what are you talking about? They be lost. And I don't be trying to lose nobody, but they be lost. And I be like, never mind. I just keep it between me and spirit. So that's where I've been all day. But anyway, I'm about to jump into the reading and we about to see what's happened. And hey, Be Hero C. You know, I know what's up, Carlson. You know, it's some of y'all, I know y'all comments. As soon as I see your name, I know exactly who, like Miss Shaw. I do not know how to pronounce your first name. Is it Key BB? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's certain ones. Tasha, who comes as Shanice. It's some of y'all boss certified. It's certain ones of y'all. I see y'all's comments all the time. Eva, Bernadette. I see you from California, Livingston, California. Who else do I be seeing? It's some of y'all that comment all the time. Oh, my girl, Charlie. Bit by Charlie. What's up, girl? You know, it's certain ones of y'all. It's like I'm so used to seeing y'all. And then now it's just like crickets. And I told Spirit, you know, I ain't never one for needing nobody's validation. But I kind of miss them. And it has just been... Spirit is making all these changes to the channel, making all these changes to me, child. It's so much change. And I told y'all, I go through a lot of change and transformation, child. My spirit animal is a butterfly. It is. Butterfly. You know, that is my spirit, one of my spirit animals. I might have others, but I know that one is definitely one for sure. Might be the honeybee. Might be another one, but definitely a butterfly. And they go through a lot of change and chrysalis. And if you know anything about a butterfly, because like when I was told that this was my spirit animal, I was like, that is not an animal, that is an insect. But when I looked them up, they go through a lot. Look up a monarch butterfly. They go through a lot of trials and tribulations to be successful. You see what I'm saying? And I have been through a lot, child. I go through transformation all the time. I'm going through one now. And I told y'all it's hard. It's hard. But anyway, that's it. That's it. I got to go because I got to do the reading. But this is where I've been all day. 2727 might be significant. I'm going to put that angel number in the comments. All right, y'all. Let me get into the reading because Spirit didn't already rung my dang on ears. All right, so thank you for joining me on I Am the Light. If you understand where I'm coming from, like I said, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. If you need a personal reading, we are running the 30-minute reading for 3333. One question for 3333. You can cash at me for now. I'm trying to hook up the PayPal. Hopefully they will get back to me Monday. I'm hoping. If not, I'm going to have to just reach out to them and see what the hell's going on. Okay, so because I got some readings on hold because people been waiting for, you know, other forms of payment. All right, y'all, I love y'all, and we getting ready to knock out this reading. So this will be a Tasha Talks. All right, talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye, baby.